Welcome to the Uncut Chronicles. I'm Crystal.
I'm Andy.
And we are coming to you with information and topics every day, such as
culture, trending topics, shit your mammy probably don't need to hear.
So come on in with us so we can share more with you about our day. Hey, everybody, I'm Crystal.
And I'm Andy.
And today on the Uncut Chronicles, we are cutting up as usual.
Girl.
What we talking about?
Why y'all come at my good auntie Vivica? Now, why y'all do that? Vivica said that, now that she's 60, she's looking to settle down. And everybody was like, boo, bitch, you're old. You can't settle down. And she was like, whoa, wasn't talking to none of you dusty motherfuckers, but okay. I don't know. There was an age limit on settling down. And so the argument, per usual on social media platforms is that, after a certain age, Black women need to give it up.
Give what up?
On the idea of settling down.
I thought you were talking about ass. Okay, well. Here's the thing. Somebody else said it, and I did low-key scream at the phone when I read it. They were like, she ain't been right since 50. I bet she looking back. I'm like, damn it, I missed the real one. Because she did. He's so much fun, and you can't tell me that he's not a hell of a fun catch, because he absolutely is. Listen, because he's the king of petty, first of all.
Obviously,
anyway,
yeah.
But you gotta give it to Vivica. Okay, no, she doesn't look the same as when she was 30 or 40 or 27. But nobody looks the same. I think the fact that she advertised it, I think if she just would have been casually dating and hanging out and got a new boo, people would be like, okay. But the fact that she put it on Front Street like, I'm looking, and people were like, for what? Window curtains, like shades, what we doing? And I think that really became the issue for people. They felt too invited into that conversation because she's not sleeping with none of y'all. She does look a little different, but it happens.
It comes with age. And then you also have to consider, like, she's probably, and I don't think people also realize that, and I'm not knocking anybody, like, to get fillers or anything like that, because low-key, I want some. But after a while, that stuff takes a toll on your face. Like, it takes a toll on your face.
Where you want fillers at?
I want lip fillers.
You's a lie.
I do. You know why?
Where?
Because, like, I overline my lips, but I just a little bit more. Like, I love JT's lips.
Okay.
I just want a little oomph. I don't know. I don't want Vienna sausages.
You sure? Because it can happen.
And that's my fear.
And they could be looking lumpy. Like, you got to watch that.
And that's what I'm scared of. That's what's been like, let me like, do you really want to do that? Or, So, I've been on the fence. That's which is why I'm not knocking her. But we do know the long-term things.
She looks very, very taut. Her face looks very taut.
Yeah, like, you just need to lay off just a little bit with the fillers, the face stuff. Just, But you're 60. Nobody's going to look the exact same.
May I ask a question?
Okay.
How old is Eddie Murphy's ex-wife?
Oh, okay, no. Let's hear me out.
What?
Hear me out.
How old is she?
She probably about the same age. But
I think that's why the people are all up in an uproar. Because in Hollywood land, a lot of images are popular. And I think that for the ladies who are a little more mature in age, but still doing their thing gracefully, I think people have become accustomed to a certain type of image now.
I can agree with that.
It has nothing to do with skin tone or anything like that, but just a certain body figure. And I think they feel like, Vivica, life got real good to you? And you didn't want to be good back to it at the gym. And so they feel like that's not fair. You ate cake and it ate back. And now you talking about you want somebody. And those are the kind of comments I read. Mm-hmm. And I was like, oh, well, but there's somebody out there for everybody. I mean, all body shapes and sizes have somebody. So, I mean, just because it's not for you don't mean it ain't for nobody. But Nicole Murphy does look wonderful. And I do understand. I get it.
Well, that's why I said I really can't, because Nicole Murphy, that's her whole branding and aesthetic, like to work out, to do all of these things, to keep herself up. Vivica was just like, I'm a pretty girl. The face card eats. Body eats too. And that's just all I'm about. And I feel like you said, like she just kind of was like.
But it already ate. It got full.
Life is great. And she just.
It already ate, though. It's full. Like, you can't keep, like, wait a minute. I don't
think she should be disqualified from finding somebody.
I don't think so
dating.
at all. I don't think so.
And that's why I kind of was like, why did we put an age limit on when people want to settle down? Like, because we do it to both men and women. Because when men are like 60-something, and they're like, okay, now I'm ready to settle down. It's like, okay, well, like, sure, I guess if that's what you want to do. But when women say it, mainly that I see, it's like you're no longer of value because you're older, because you're not going to have kids now. Your body's not the same. And I'm like, do you not understand, like, both young and old, there's a pool of people that want people, like, that are ready to settle down, whether they're 50, 60, whatever. Like, there's hella people out there for it. So I just feel like everybody's being really harsh.
Agreed.
On Vivica. I feel like they were being really harsh to her.
I don't think she would have expected that.
No.
But I think people feel like, you know, for a long time, she did her own thing. Mm-hmm. She wasn't interested. She was turning people down left and right. Mm-hmm. And now that you're done out there having the fun and doing what you want to do, now you're ready for somebody. But I feel like that should actually be respected. Mm-hmm. It'd be very, very rude of me to go out here and be gallivanting and doing everything I want to do, career-wise, personal-wise, you name it. And then you look up and you're trying to entertain somebody at the same time. If you can't walk and chew gum, then you can't walk and chew gum. Mm-hmm. At least I'm not being selfish by dragging you into my shenanigans.
And that's why I'm like, I respect it, because it's like you said, like, now I can give you my undivided attention. I can give you my undivided attention. I can pour my everything into this relationship because, like, I done did everything. And that's not, and when you say you done did everything, everybody always thinks sexual wise, like you done been ran through.
She didn't mean that. She meant career wise.
Yeah, like she's done everything. So she's ready to, I can sit down and be the kept wife now. I can sit down, I can shut the fuck up, I can smile, I can put the dress on, whatever you need me to do. And I don't feel like that's a bad thing. And everybody's equating it to, oh, she dried up, 50 done ran through her ass, and everybody ran through her ass, and she ready to settle down, and nobody wants her. And I'm like, that's not true. And even if 50 did ran through her ass, they was dating. So
ran through is such an ugly term.
Nasty
it's so
work.
Gross.
Nasty work.
I feel like it's disgusting. Like, if every time somebody touches your well-being ran through, it just sounds like something that went through a car wash and a dishwashing machine and a laundry machine, like a washing machine too, all in one. I just don't like it. But I'll tell you this, she's held her own. Mm-hmm. She has not been out here holding signs for y'all, begging and pleading. Mm-hmm. She's not on when the music stops. She's not on any of those little sad, depressing shows. She has done an incredible body of work. And so you have to respect her.
And that's where my, like, kind of anger comes from with them saying that stuff about her, because I'm like, nobody's respecting her, and they're dwindling her accomplishments and who she is as a woman down to her being 50 Cent's ex-girlfriend.
I would like to see them as a couple, though.
I did want them to stay together, but I think when the ass eating thing got out, it just...
Wait, who won the ass ate?
Well, Vivica ate 50's ass.
What?
And I'm like, that's cool. Like, that's what y'all do in the room. That's cool.
Yeah, she
y'all
probably liked it.
I mean, like,
I'm not even judging her. Just
I'm
funny.
not.
I cannot physically visualize that between the two of them, because they both have bold personalities. So it's like, wait a minute, who? Like, out of all the, if you told me it was Amber Rose, I'd been like, yep. And I wouldn't have giggled. But Vivica, I'm like, wait a minute, that's pretty hilarious.
Well, she a cougar too, so you know.
But she's also like that round the way, down to earth type of person too.
And she said, I can match your freak. And that's what she did.
You like it, I love it. Hey, she was like, hey, what you need? But that's a cool person to be with, though, if you think about it. So dating wise, you know, she might have been able to get Kevin Samuels right before he died.
She's not young enough. She's not teetering on the 18-year-old line.
First of all, the broad he was found underneath or on top of,
and that's always
wasn't young. She was not,
girl,
and she wasn't little either.
And that's why I
so I'm just
don't listen to these podcast people, and I listen to these podcast dudes that sit over here and say all this stuff about women that they would never date and never would have, could have, should have, whatever. Behind closed doors, it's a whole different story, which is why I never entertain these conversations when it's men having this conversation about what kind of women they would and would not date. And I don't date women that do this. Like, these are the same men that sit up under you with they sucking their thumb, doing everything you tell them to do. I don't.
Not thumb sucking.
Thumb sucking, pillow talking, can I rub your feet till they numb, drink your bath water, eat your ass. And I don't buy it.
Oh, that's true. That's true. Because when men get really relaxed, you do learn a lot of very intimate qualities about them that are very, not just personal, but very vulnerable, which I think that's the fun part. But, it's just my opinion.
That's why I'm like, I'm Vivica. Like, I don't give a fuck about none of y'all. Because all y'all saying the same stuff. If I jumped in y'all DM and said I wanted to fuck y'all.
This is true.
Not even eating, like, not even paying that no mind.
Car shield commercials and all, because that's what she does. All kind of commercials now. And it doesn't even matter what network you see those commercials on, because the real truth is she's getting paid for it.
And she got a wig line out. She got a whole like synthetic wig line out.
And her wig line's been out for a long time.
Yeah, I tried some of them. I'm not Vivica. You need to work on some of them. But most of them was pretty good.
Really?
Yeah, they were pretty good when I tried them, when she first came out with them, because I wanted to support her. But I hate that argument that just people, after a certain age, you're undesirable.
Can't be. Listen, my grandmothers, my grandmothers, I had multiple grandmothers. Some of them had been married multiple times, and I do mean multiple, like, more than 2 fingers up.
Mm-hmm. Mine too. She has 13 kids.
Yeah, and they have multiple marriages. Some of them had boyfriends, if they didn't call them their boyfriends. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so I've seen women in my life and my family enjoy life to the fullest.
Yeah, so that's why I don't.
I got a great aunt over 70 that still dates heavily and has some plastic surgery done recently. She had a tummy tuck, and she's my sassy great aunt. Great, not regular aunt. I need y'all to hear me with my chest. My great aunt. My grandfather's sister. Hilarious. And she's had some work done, baby, in her body and her wigs and her nails. You can't tell her nothing, honey. She is a fine, okay? So y'all keep judging people over 60 if you want to. Like she said, look like he got a retirement plan to me. So she's hilarious. But I just feel like you're not limited. You can date who you want. And if you don't believe me, roll up to a nursing home and watch what happens.
I was just about to say, they be in there fucking all the time.
A lot. Actually, little.
Diaper booty and everything. Tooted up. And I'm like...
up with her and asses today.
I don't know, because I don't know, y'all. I'm sorry.
But it's so true, though, because in nursing homes, like one of the things that runs rampant the most you have to try to control are STIs and STDs. Yep. Because they have unprotected sex so much. And like if your granddad was a jock in high school or maybe a jock in college, do you know when they go to a nursing home, if you choose to put him in one, he's a jock there too? Like I've been in them. I go in them on a pretty regular basis annually to go do some things sometimes for business. And let me tell you something. You see the jocks rolling around. You see like the pretty lady or the most sociable. Like you see them in there in those same roles. They're just elderly.
They're some horny ass motherfuckers.
And they will fight too. They fight a little bit. They fuck a little bit.
It's
a little
quite
bit, entertaining.
A lot of bit.
It is a lot. More. They give a lot of head. That's what I heard. So
see? That's why I'm like, y'all, I don't know why y'all think it's an age cap on here.
It's not.
Your granny's still getting it. What you think, Mr. Earl come over there just because?
Oh, no, I plan on doing it till I get into the casket. I mean, like, I really do. I plan on being 80 in, like, a bikini with glitter and shit on it.
Period.
I'm going to live my whole life, wrinkles and all, like.
I want to be a baddie.
Absolutely.
I want to be a baddie to the day that I die. And that's why I'm like, I hope not. But like, if my spouse ever passes, I'm going to continue to date.
Oh yeah.
And I'm going to continue to have sex. And like they said today, close that motherfucking casket.
Do you know that if you don't use your genitals, that it doesn't promote a healthy well-being as you age?
Yeah, they just shrivel up and just...
You need to work those muscles to have better continence, to have better use of your bladder, like all that's necessary for every gender because it's how those muscles are meant to be used. Mm-hmm. And I plan on using mine when I become older in age, like
I'm wearing that
60
thing
and
out.
Up, here I come.
I don't care how many miles it got on it. I'm wearing it out. I'm wearing it out until it stops turning off.
Pool boys and all. I had an acquaintance who told me that one time she's on the phone, her mother was telling me, because I love talking to people's families, because especially older people, they have the best stories. Anyway, she told me she was on the phone and she hung up with she thought that she hung up with a friend. And then while she was still on the phone with the friend, and this is the mother telling me this, that she heard the guy had his cell phone, older guy, had his cell phone in his back pocket, didn't hang it up, went over to the person's house he's supposed to be working with to help and heard them getting it on. So he was sleeping with, and this man had to be at least 65, sleeping with this other lady who was at least 80 because she was older than him, talking about take your teeth out. And like she said, I said, what?
Take your teeth out?
I said, well, what did you do? She said, I just listened. I needed proof. I need to be able to tell him that where he told me he was not. You told me you at work and you over there getting worked on.
Lord have mercy.
And so when I tell you I screamed, that was the best story ever. That wasn't but a year or two ago. And so I'm here to tell y'all, old folks is getting it on. And Vivica's not that old. So y'all can put some respect on that body and that face.
Period. And I want people to stop being like ageist. I don't know if that's a word.
It is.
But like, stop it. Like, there's no cap on love. Like, I see people that get remarried when they're 60, 70, 80, 90 years old all the time. There's no cap on love. There's no cap. Your self-worth doesn't depreciate because of age. Like, I don't understand that. And I wish people stop pushing that narrative. Just because you want to date children, stop pushing the narrative on everybody else that, you know, if grown adults are too old to fall in love and too old to date and too old to be happy. It's so, and people are like, well, she just wants somebody now because she's old and lonely. Okay, and so the fuck what?
Listen, most of your favorite celebrities are older than what you think. A lot of people don't realize that in the wonderful world of celebrity life.
Yeah, a lot of these people passing as teenagers that are really grown as women.
Yes.
So I'm like, you're lusting over what you think is a borderline 18-year-old when she's like 23, 24.
Y'all forget, I mean, for example, Russell Simmons was an adult with a mustache and a beard when I was a child. I'm grown a few decades in, you know? And let me tell you something. He's still grown and old. Like, a lot of your... How old do y'all think Beyonce is?
Okay.
She's well into her 40s.
And y'all wouldn't tell Beyonce that. Yeah,
she is well into her 40s. She might be 15 years Vivica's junior. Message. A lot of your favorite celebrities are far more mature than what you think they are. But in the world of celebrity, you don't talk about it as much, you know? And so you just keep your image looking really good. People keep believing that narrative that you're young. One of my favorite models just announced people the other day that she's 53. And people came completely unglued because they swore she was 32.
That's why I'm like, just stop.
Yeah.
Stop the hate, stop the age, just stop it. Because little do you know, while you thinking your mama good, holy, sanctified, and saved, she popping that pussy too. At her older age. Yeah. Okay? So do you think your mom's undeserving of love because she's old? No.
Or your dad, or your brother, or whoever.
Right.
Like Shannon Sharp, he's not young.
No, not at all.
Usher's not young.
Not at all.
Like, these people are not young. So, y'all should quit it.
I agree. Y'all need to stop hating on my girl, Vivica. And don't do that no more. Don't do that no more. Don't y'all open your mouth. Especially when your daddy over there talking to young tenderonis on Facebook dating. Because he old and lonely and horny. Like, just stop.
They be catching us at the gas station, y'all. I feel some kind of way about it. Well, on that note, 50 call your girl, because... Y'all need to get back together.
She ready to settle down. And she eat ass. So I don't...
Then you got new shows you're going to be producing. You're going to be stressed anyway. Let her help you relieve that.
Exactly.
Without the stress, because she got her own money. Like, she knows how entertainment goes. 50, go get your girl.
Get your bitch back. Quickly. Quickly.
All right, y'all. I'm Crystal.
And I'm Andy.
And we over here cutting up today.
And you know what? This shit is not for your mama.
You might want to let her listen.
Unless she's fucking around. Then yeah,
and eat ass. If your mama likes to eat ass, let her listen. You know, if you think she might be open to it, let her listen.
Definitely. Peace. Bye, guys.
The Uncut Chronicles is part of the Breaking Ice Building Bridges community podcast platform, brought to you by Possibilities.